Hey, what's up, everybody? This is just part of my back workout that I did yesterday. Starting off with bent over barbell rows, also called Pendlay rows, whatever you want to call them. I deleted too much of that clip. I don't know. Anyways, I was just kind of messing around with the effects on my camera. I don't know all this. I don't know all this crazy stuff was on there. I have 225. About this is my 10th week of dieting, and I've lost roughly 17, 16 pounds so far. Just trying to really take it slow, about a pound and a half per week. Anything over two, I don't really want to venture that far because I don't know. That's, I don't want to lose the weight too fast. But next time I bulk, I'm really gonna focus on the a faster concentric part of the movement, and then a much slower negative. Because I see in a lot of the lifts that I do when I record them that I go fast through the concentric phase, which you're supposed to, the positive part, and then on the negative, I feel like I could go a little slower, maybe like 2 to 5 seconds. Such on the barbell rows or whatever. The negative was maybe 1 to 2 seconds. Some of them maybe like 2 to 3, but I feel that I could. That's just something to work on once I start bulking again. I'm probably gonna bulk for like quite some time. I don't know, probably a whole year. See how much I can put on. Uh, without getting too terribly fat. Roughly trying to stay like probably 15% and under body fat. And right here, I just wanted to. I've never done a or recorded my deadlifts from a side angle. I've always wanted to see if how straight my back is, and to me it looks fairly decent. I don't know if I'm doing them wrong. Somebody please call me out and comment on them. And somebody once said, well, you should just ask somebody in your gym that knows what they're doing. Like I said, I've been going to this gym for 2.5 years now, and a lot of people in there have no idea what they're doing. Um, a lot of them, they're terrible form. They don't do certain, they like skip certain muscle groups. I'm not just saying that uh, just because you look a certain way doesn't mean you know what you're doing, but I've watched pretty much everyone that goes in this gym, and I would say 98% of them don't know what they're doing. And it's a fairly large gym, so that's kind of sad. But yeah, to me, it looks fairly straight. I don't not too terribly curved. Maybe I went a little too heavy. I don't know. Just as I think I had 365 on there, and I just did that for 3 sets. I'm not really too worried about strength because when you're dieting or cutting, whatever you want to call it, um you're just naturally going to lose strength. It's inevitable because when you cut, you're cutting body weight. You can't just specifically target fat. You can if you have your diet pretty much in tune with your body and how it works and how it responds to food, um you can pretty much stay at the same strength level like at the end of your bulk, and especially if you're doing like more so periodic periodization thing like Lane Norton's power hypertrophy split or some other variation, or Jim Wendler's 531 is another one, or Shiko if anybody uses that. If you're dieting and you go in with like a powerlifting program, you can pretty much maintain your strength for the most part throughout the entire cut. But yeah, I quit doing the power hypertrophy split that I was doing. That was a big mistake. I should have kept doing that because I've actually lost quite a bit of strength. Normally for deadlifts, I could do 435 for an easy 7. And that was only 365, and I could barely do that for 6 or 7. Right here, doing some rack shins. But anyway, back to the thing. Next time I cut down, I'm gonna stick with the same routine because I was always uh big into that whole thing. You gotta switch your routine every 6 to 8 weeks, and now I'm starting to realize that that's not necessarily true. I mean, muscle confusion's a huge scam, in my opinion. But again, it's just an opinion. Oh, but again, there's no really like scientific proof that muscle confusion is uh I don't know. I'm just saying it's a huge scam. That whole P90X thing that I'm not gonna say his name, but the dude that made it up. I just think that was a huge scam, just trying to get rich or whatever. But anyway, I don't want to get sued, so um. But yeah, next time I bulk again, I'm gonna stick with probably the power hypertrophy split that I was doing. I was thinking about doing Chico, but I don't know. Um, heard kind of like mixed reviews about it. I don't know. I might try it out later. Maybe a couple years down the road or something, or a couple months from now. I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with the power hypertrophy split and just. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start incorporating deloads because I've never done those before. I'm gonna have certain deload weeks where I'm only gonna lift like 65 to 70% of my normal weight. So it's like active rest. You're still lifting, but at the same time you're lifting less weight than you're used to. So you're still technically resting. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with that, and I'm just gonna do that for an entire year and see how that works out. Um, but yeah, like I said, just rotating the power movements like squat, bench, deadlift, deficit deads. I'm just gonna rotate those with like front squats. I don't. My gym doesn't have a hack squat machine, so I'm just gonna stick with front squats for now. Just rotate those in with back squats and probably leg press or something. I don't know. Um, bench. I don't know. Maybe rotate in like incline bench or something because I really need to work on my chest. There's a lot of things I need to work on though. So um, yeah, this was just part of my back workout. I didn't. This was the last workout that I did or exercise. I don't know. I like doing rows on an incline bench. I don't know because I think otherwise you cheat too much on form in my opinion. Which again, this goes back to the I think I only have 55-pound dumbbells and I started out with like 65, which was too heavy. But again, I think I need to focus more on the negative. Like I'm doing the movement right. I that's not even a second negative. So again, that's something I need to work on in the future. Because if you guys know anything, for those of you who know anything about progressive tension overload, you know that it's the weight is really irrelevant. You just need to start with the weight and then you need to progressively keep going. But again, the tension should be focused on the negative for like a I don't know. Normally I would do like a 2 to 4 second, but sometimes I mean you even do like 5 second depending on the movement. I also did close grip pull downs on like a lat pull down thing. I didn't record that though because there was really nowhere to put my camera. I tried and it miserably failed. But yeah, this is pretty much it. As always though, stay swole, my friends.